Right behind me, I've got the 2026 Ford Mustang Dark Horse Premium. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada, so reviews just like this. If you love car reviews, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And also thank you to Mayfield Ford for allowing me to review this very nice looking Dark Horse Premium. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the different models that you can get with the Ford Mustangs, the safety features that you do get with the Dark Horse Premium model, the engine specs, the exterior, the interior, the infotainment system, and of course the pricing on this. As for the models available with the Mustangs, here are all of the ones that you can pick from. And here is a list of the safety features you do get with the Dark Horse Premium model. Now as for what powers this does have the 5-liter Coyote V8 engine, producing 500 horsepower and 418 pound-foot of torque. And for fuel economy, well, if you're getting this, I really don't think you care about it, but just to give you some numbers, you're looking at about 16.5 liters in the city and about 10.9 liters on the highway. Also with the automatics, you do have the torsion diff with the 3.55 axle ratio. I'm also going to throw up the window sticker on this because it does have some features added onto it. Alright, well let's start off in the front of the Dark Horse Premium. These things look so menacing, especially when you get into the Dark Horse and the Dark Horse Premium models. The whole front end just completely changes. Now over on the bumper here, you do have a few things. You've got like the grille over here. Now the other side is open compared to this side where it is closed off. And even at the bottom here, you have this nice splitter, which also adds to the whole look of the vehicle. You've got the radar sensor in the middle, more openings at the bottom. And also it's hard to tell because this car is in black, but these trim pieces right by the vent area are in gloss black, where the rest of it is body color. So if you do get a different color, you will notice those. And then you just get into the grille area. So the grille, obviously all open. Even the inserts on the corners are open. And you've got the Ford badge there in the center. And if you look closely within the grille, you also have these illuminated lights on both of the corners, which also add a nice little look at nighttime especially. And also, one thing to point out, if you do end up going with either a Dark Horse or the Dark Horse Premium, you will notice the front end, like I mentioned, does look completely different. And I think on these, it's so much better compared to the other ones, because even up here, when you get into the grille area and the lights, you have this trimming, which definitely stands out. You have like this gray granite trimming that stretches all the way across to the other side. And then of course, your nice looking LED front lights on this. The Mustangs nowadays have these very cool and sharp looking LED lights. I really like how these look. And on a Dark Horse, you can't complain because this thing looks menacing. All right, now as we move on to the hood area, you have more of the vents right here. And then you also have the decaling. It's hard to tell because this car is in black, but you got the black and gray decaling, which also says Mustang Dark Horse, so that's a nice little touch as well. All right, coming to the side, you can see this thing, even from the side profile, looks very, very menacing. Now, if we take a look, the door handles do come body color, and then your side mirrors are that same color that I've shown you on the bumper area. And then over on the side here on the fender, you do have the Dark Horse badging, and then you get into these wheels. These just look stunning on this, I think. Also, these are your 19-inch wheels, which definitely suit the vehicle. You've got the massive red Brembo brakes. And also up here, you do have a reflector. And if I do take a step back, you can see these wheels definitely suit the Dark Horse. All right, let's make our way around the back. You've got another reflector on the rear here. Now coming to the rear, the nice looks definitely continue. Now let's start off at the bottom here. You've got the black plastic everywhere, rear safety sensors, the quad exhaust system here. Now this sounds amazing in this, which I'm going to show you in a second. You've got your reverse light at the bottom there, more reflectors at the back, and even down here, right below the reverse light, you have these openings. And even for the bumper, like I was mentioning, it's in black, but you do have the nice designing and the texture there, so it does kind of stand out. And then you get into your trunk lid area, tail light area. So these tail lights definitely look sharp, and I love how these are designed, and these are obviously LED. You've got another Dark Horse badge back here, a reverse camera, and this very unique and nice looking spoiler back here. This definitely adds so much character to the vehicle and just a whole menacing look, because you kind of have like the black going on and then that gray granite trimming again, so you kind of have like a two-tone spoiler. And then up by the window there, you do have your brake light. All right, so let me show you what you can put back here. So if you are taking this on track days, so back here, you do have a decent amount of space back here. So you can definitely fit quite a few things. And also I like how it kind of extends to the corners there. But on this side, you do have a subwoofer back here. But yeah, the space back here isn't all that bad considering this is a two-door vehicle. It's a sport vehicle. It's a Mustang. You still have a decent amount of space back here. And also, if I go ahead and lift up the bottom here, you do have more space that you can definitely utilize. Now, let me go ahead and show you what this bad boy sounds like. I want to do a remote start first, and then I'll start it up from the inside as well. So you kind of get like a remote start and a normal start, what you would normally do. Let's check out the interior now on the Dark Horse Premium. So opening up the door here, it's an all black interior, but you do have bits and pieces that do stand out. So down here, you do have some space. You've got a speaker here, a speaker here. You got soft touch material. You've got the suede material, the blue contrast stitching here, and then this very cool looking, almost like this carbon fiber trimming that goes all the way along here. And you're gonna notice this all throughout the interior as well. And even on the door handle area, you have like this nice gray trimming. And then of course your usual window controls and your side mirror controls. All right, now let's check out the interior on this because it does have something special, which are the Recaro seats. Now, before I show you these, I want to show you the rear. I'm not going to get back there. If you've seen my other Mustang videos, I have gone back there and I just can't fit back there. But I'm just going to show you what the seats look like and whatnot and what you get back there. So to get back there, it's pretty easy. All you got to do is just pull this forward, or you can use this latch right here at the back, and the seat just comes up like this. So then you just got to squeeze through, and look at how aggressive these rear seats look like. Look at the bolstering on this and just how deep you sit into them. It's just pretty cool to see. But yeah, you have the suede material in the middle, the perforated middle and back sections, obviously the blue contrast stitching, soft touch material, and really back here, the only people that will benefit is if you do have a car seat or very small children. All right, now let's check out the front seats themselves, because these are very, very nice and they hold you in place like crazy, because obviously they are meant for track use. But just look at how aggressive these look. These side bolsters hold you in place and do not let you move. You've got like this blue middle section here with the perforated section, obviously. It's hard to tell on camera, but yeah, you do have that. You've got the blue contrast stitching everywhere. You've also got the blue Recaro stitched into the back. Now over on the side, like I've shown you, you have all your adjustments there, and then at the bottom here you do have this nice Mustang Dark Horse door sill piece. Now this is not in blue, but if I do slightly remove this just to show you, it is in black, and then the letters are in blue, so that's pretty neat. Underneath, nothing too crazy, just your pedals. So you do have kind of like these premium looking pedals. Over on the side, you do have your hood latch release, and then up here you have your trunk release, exterior lighting controls, cluster dimmers, and even around the venting you have that nice trimming. Also a nice little Easter egg on the side and more of that blue contrast stitching. All of this you're gonna notice across the whole dashboard. As for the steering wheel, this does come manual adjustable. All right, entering inside, I just want to show you something cool on the cluster here. When I do start up the vehicle, you do have that nice menacing Dark Horse animation that plays, and even when I turn off the vehicle, same thing, it shows up again. All right, entering inside, your dashboard is covered in like this hard, soft material, and again, more of that nice trimming that goes all the way across. You've got a speaker here on the pillar in the center, and this does have the Bang & Olufsen sound system, which is pretty good, and one more on the other pillar. And then you get into the cluster area. Not only that, this is one massive piece that stretches into the touchscreen here. So I really like how it's one big screen. And yeah, on the cluster itself, this is a 12.4 inch cluster. And on here, you can view a ton of different things, and all of that is controlled through here. So if I just press OK to get rid of that, I can just scroll down and see all sorts of different information, which is pretty good, obviously. And not only that, but you can also change the whole cluster look. It's very easy to do that. All you got to do is just press the My Mustang button right here, and then you just go into the cluster theme. And then you have all of these different ones that are available. So for example, if I just go to SVT Cobra, as you can see, the whole thing changes. How cool is that? Now, as for the steering wheel, you do have the soft touch material. You've got like this nice section for your thumb. blue contrast stitching. This does come heated. And then more of that nice trimming that you saw on the doors all the way around. Blacked out horse here. So on the left here, you have all your cruise control settings, follow distance, lane keep, and then you can also set your speed here, and then obviously your different modes. So if I just flick through that and show you, so you have normal, you've got sport, track, drag strip, slippery, custom, and then normal. So you have all those different ones to pick from. And then over on the other side, you have all your cluster controls, volume controls, and then this one right here is for your steering. So as you can see, you have normal, comfort, and sport, and then Bluetooth. Also behind the steering wheel, you do have paddle shifters on both the sides, obviously. And then behind, you do have your high beams and indicators. And then the other side, you do have your wiper controls. All right, now over on what would normally be the armrest, I don't know if you would put your arm here now or if it could reach it, but you do have the soft touch material with the blue contrast stitching. Opening this up, you do have some space in here that you can utilize, plus a 12-volt outlet. And then moving to the center console area here, you do have your front cup holders, obviously. And then over here, you have your electronic parking brake. You also have your handy dandy shifter with the chrome, more of that trimming here, the blue contrast stitching here as well. More space here that you can utilize, USB ports, and another outlet down there. And then right up here, you have your engine start stop, and then a few controls here. So your My Mustang, traction control, hazards, your favorites, your max for your heating and cooling, and then your volume and power on and off for the touchscreen. And speaking of the touchscreen, here it is. This is a 13.2-inch touchscreen. And on here, you can view all sorts of different things, obviously, but I love the way that this thing is designed and how everything is laid out. You've got your map section on the homepage, you've got your media section, phone section, and then all the other settings there. Plus you have your heating and cooling temperature controls down there, including the heated steering wheel. But yeah, on here it's very easy to use. So on here under the settings section, you have all your usual stuff that you would have on any vehicle, so you can customize more things from here to your liking. And then also heading back, you then have the features section. So this will bring up all the other features. So you have your driver assistance, which is all of your safety features. So you can turn them on, off, adjust them however you want. And then if we head back, you've also got the My Mustang. So let's talk about this. So once you get into this, there's a ton of cool stuff in here. First off, you got the nice little image of your vehicle. You've got the different exhaust modes here. And then you have all of these. So you have track apps, auxiliary, gauges, custom modes, My Color, cluster theme that I was showing you. So if I go into My Color, you've got all of the ambient lighting and all that good stuff that you can definitely utilize. And then on this page here, you just have edit favorite, owner's manual, and record feedback. Now, if we go back to the home page, lastly is the apps section here. And on here, you're gonna find things like your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And also, you've probably been noticing every time I go into any of these little options, so let's go under settings, a little mini screen pops up to the right. So I can scroll through all of these things that I can also view on the little screen, and I have a main screen as well. And if you're wondering about what the reverse camera looks like, well, if I go ahead and pop this into reverse, so there it is. As you can see, you've got the lines and everything, and you can also zoom in and out and turn on and off your parking sensors for the rear. Now moving up top here, if I just push this down, this is where you put your sunglasses, and then you also have your interior lights. And here is a key fob for the Dark Horse. It's your usual Ford key. All right, let's come around to the passenger side and let me show you what you get on this side. So on the dashboard, it is very nicely designed, obviously, with all the materials and the stitching that I've shown you, but you have this gloss black trimming, and it also says Mustang Dark Horse in blue, which is very unique. And then you just have your usual glove compartment space. And here is the window sticker for this Dark Horse Premium. The pricing that you see is in Canadian dollars. Well, that does it for the review on this 2026 Ford Mustang Dark Horse Premium. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of this?